Oscar Bevis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here today on Zoom with another Frank Warren new signing, because what Frank seems to want to do in this lockdown is give us 6 or 7 new domestic signings. And this one is Mr. Amaar Akbar. Amaar, congratulations. An hour and a half now around since the announcement. I bet your phone's buzzing. You know, you must be absolutely over the moon.
Yeah, thank you. I'm buzzing. Yeah, followers have shot up. I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to Frank Warren for believing in me and giving me this opportunity to perform at such a top level and top platform now.
I want to jump straight into how you and Frank got into contact. Obviously, there's so many promoters you can sign with nowadays, and we're going to talk about your amateur career in a bit. But when you've had an amateur career like yourself, I can imagine there's a few promoters who are aware of who you are and would be looking at interested in signing you in the next few years. Why Frank?
Well, I was amateur and I was going down the traditional route as a senior, do senior elites again and do GB assessment. But I got a message to a good friend of ours, TB promoter, Ali Mahmood, and he just asked me, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you still amateur? What? Send me achievements." And so I sent him my achievements, and he come back with a offer from Frank. So I was buzzing because it's been a dream of mine from day one, and for me it was a no-brainer to just turn over. But I sat down with my family, my brother, my mum and dad, and we decided to turn over because the deal was such a good deal from Frank. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I know TB very well. Obviously, worked with Hamza Shiraz, WBO champion, with Frank also. Worked with Akib Fiaz as well, signed with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. He has a keen eye for talent, so I can imagine, he saw something in you. And sort of, how do you know TB?
Definitely, yeah. We've been around amateur scene. I've seen him around amateur scene a lot. In the senior elites, I boxed the GB #1, and I beat him quite easily, quite convincingly. And he come up to me and he goes, "You're a talent." And from then we've just carried on in connection. And yeah, and then he sent me this deal, and now here we are.
Let's take it right back. Where did you first lace up the gloves? I mean, most people say that they fell in love the second they walk into the gym. Was that what it was like with you, or was there any family ties to boxing where you sort of pushed into it a little bit as a kid?
No, as a little boy, my dad used to teach me and my brother just how to just combat sport. Really, we went into karate. Didn't really like that, but I started enjoying. I did a bit of mixed martial arts downstairs it was like a room of mine, and we did mixed martial arts there. My dad used to teach us boxing there and all. For me, it was just boxing that clicked with me. I just loved boxing. I loved watching boxing. All the greats: Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, so I just carried on with boxing, and here we are. I'm quite good at it. Now we're the biggest promoter in the world, really.
Yeah, I mean, you must be quite good considering, you signed with Frank, you've had this amateur career as well. When did you start sort of taking it seriously? And was there a point where it clicked when you realised you were good, or was it sort of a steady progression?
As soon as I started boxing, I think my first fight, I was just beating them quite easily. So I went into open class championships in like my third fight. That's how strongly I believed in myself. And from then, really, I just kept on winning titles, regional titles. I used to win like every year, and then national titles. Yeah, so just believed it from the start. As soon as I started competing.
Obviously, the bonus in being signed with Frank now is that when boxing does return, you've now got a platform where you can jump straight in and you can have your debut with no problem.
Yeah, definitely. I won't have to worry about anything as soon. I just have to worry about training and getting better. And Frank will hopefully deliver me good fights, and hopefully in the future get some titles under my belt.
I want to go a little bit deeper into your background, because obviously we had a chat on Instagram beforehand, and you've had quite a journey to get to where you are. It's been some ups and downs, and if we're being honest, quite a lot of downs in your personal life too. So it's been a tough journey.
As a young boy, I went through a very hard time. I had a younger brother who was born with a heart problem. He went through three heart operations, and when swine flu was about years back, he caught that and all. So my mum and dad weren't really around. They used to look after him, and we had an auntie who used to look after us, me and my older brother, as little boys. And unfortunately, she passed away like a few years after. So it was out of the blue kind of thing. She had a brain hemorrhage. She passed away, and then 2 weeks after that, my younger brother passed away, and 2 weeks after that, one of my uncles passed away. So as you know, it was a hard time for us. And then that's when I was about 13, 14. That's when I was like, no, I'm gonna do boxing now. I'm gonna be serious about it. So I started boxing, and then a few years after that, after a few fights, my granddad passed away. He was like the backbone of the family, a really important figure to us. And then now recently, 2017, I was getting ready for the youth championships, and one of my uncles passed away just out of the blue, like, and he wasn't ill or anything. He was like a father figure to us, and it was a big blow to our family. But yeah, one thing I just realized is you have to be patient through these hard times. And good times always come after. Yeah, if you stay patient.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are definitely going to be proud of your journey so far, and if you continue to shine, God bless them. They'll be watching over you. I suppose it shaped you as a person because obviously you're 19 years old. You got into professional boxing. There's a lot to take on your shoulders. A lot of it is about your personality and how you can handle just mental pressure as well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I believe like mentally, there won't be no opponent that can phase me because I've been through all the hard times outside the ring. So boxing is just a sport to me. It's all fun. I just want to showcase my talent just to the world and see what I can do.
And this sparring as well. You got some good sparring stories. I mean, you were sparring Josh Warrington at 15. I can imagine if Josh is in the gym and someone puts a 15-year-old in front of him, he's probably going to turn his nose up a little bit. But yeah, holding your own with Josh at 15, that's pretty impressive.
A big respect to Josh for even getting in the ring with me, really. I was an amateur at 15. I didn't even have really a lot of bouts, but he got in there with me. We did a few rounds. It were good quality rounds and all. Yeah.
Do you feel like Josh was in the mindset of, because he's 15, perhaps take it easy, or did you feel any Josh Warrington power even at 15?
No. To be honest with me, I would get there in the ring with anyone. Like even at 15, I was willing to get in the ring with anyone. That's how much I believed in myself. But it was good sparring. Yeah, I've been sparring some top talents like since the age of 15. Josh Warrington, WBA #1 Jack Cattrall, and recently I was sparring David Avanesian for the Josh Kelly fight.
Yeah, I mean, David Avanesian, such a seasoned professional. A lot of bookmakers and a lot of sort of fans and experts, as we say, actually had David a big favourite in the Josh fight. What have you seen from David, and do you think David could have beaten Josh in there?
Yeah, it's the pressure that he puts on you. It's relentless. Yeah, the pressure that he puts on, and I think if you go on the performance of the Sugar Ray Leonard Sugar Ray Robinson performance that Josh Kelly put on, he got tired in the later rounds. I don't think you should be doing that against Avanesian because he's an animal. He just goes for 12 rounds straight. It'd be a good competitive fight when the fight actually happens.
Yeah, I mean, obviously one we're looking forward to when this is all over again. But from a personal level, I mean, you must take so much from being in there with guys like that. I can't imagine there's any negatives at all, even if at times perhaps you may have felt out of your depth, as a young fighter in there, you're always going to be taking something from those guys.
Definitely. As an amateur, it was always learning for me. It was like an apprenticeship for me, and now I think it's time for me to make my mark as a professional boxer.
Right, Amaar, thank you very much for speaking to me again, because we had a little chat earlier.
Yeah.
Technical hitch as always, but that's what we're dealing with nowadays. Just before you go, let us know that when Amaar Akbar steps into his ring for the professional debut, what are the fans going to see? Are we going to see something fan-friendly, explosive?
You're going to see a loud atmosphere. You're going to see Team Akbar, a very loud atmosphere. You're going to see a lot of people there, and it's going to be exciting, and I just can't wait.